Are you struggling to create a vision for yourself, to create a life for yourself? Are you just like not being able to dig deep and be able to figure out what is the vision for your life? You catch yourself being depressed, having anxiety, not being able to fall asleep well at night, all these things that you just want to break free from. You want to be able to have a vision, big vision, but where do you start? What do you write down? What are the kind of questions you need to ask yourself in order to create this big vision for yourself? I wish someone would have told me where to start, where to have a vision, what to do, what to write down. There's no direction, but in this video there is a direction. So if you need to reference back to this video many times in order to help you get that vision, make sure you do have a notepad and a pen. There are 10 areas of our lives, and what are they? Number one is spiritual life. That includes your mental skills, your emotional skills, and your physical skills. Mental, are you working on yourself? Like, are you meditating? Are you journaling? Are you doing things to help with your mental state of mind and not go crazy and insane mentally? So it's so important to fix this, or not just fix it, but just like, I would say, block any noise from the world and just listen to your inner being, to your voice. You have a voice, believe it or not. Practice diligently to listen to that voice and not what outside circumstances or outside society says. So working on your mental skills and also your emotional. Are you the type of person that overreacts to everything? There's a point in people's lives that they're just way too stressed out, way too burned out, way too depressed, that anything that happens, they just break down. This all ties down to your spiritual life. And then lastly, physical, in your spiritual life. Are you working on your body? I'm not saying go kill yourself at the gym every day, but are you doing small increments to keeping your body healthy? I'm not talking about body image. I'm talking about your health, your physical health. Are you eating well? All of that, if it's not being worked on, it would lead to destruction, and you don't want that. So even having a vision for that, your spiritual life, which includes, again, mental, emotional, and physical health. Write that down. How do you want your spiritual life to look like? Get so specific, because the more specific you are, the better. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes very specific. The second area of your life is marriage. Do you have a vision for marriage? Do you even want to get married? Are you married now? Maybe I'm wrong, I've never been married before, but I've had boyfriends, right? And I have a boyfriend now. When I was dating those other guys, I didn't have a vision for a relationship that I wanted to be in. Therefore, it wasn't working. Nothing was working until I got so specific. I sat down, what do I want a relationship to look like? Because that was the first step for me. I wrote it down, and it happened. I've been now with my incredible warrior, who is my boyfriend today. I cannot wait to call him my husband one day. He's everything I've wrote down, because I got very specific and more. He literally exceeded all my expectations. He is an incredible, powerful warrior in my life, my protector. I couldn't have asked for a better person, to be quite honest with you. And I'm very grateful because I got specific. He didn't just come out of the sky. No, definitely not. I wrote down, and I'm telling you, months later, he appeared. We started off as friends, and then we started dating, and things are getting serious. Start there. What is the vision of the relationship you want to have one day if you're single? What is the vision of your marriage when you do get married, or the marriage that you have? So I know a lot of times too, maybe I'm wrong, marriages that end up getting a divorce or they're destructive or whatever is because there's not a vision involved. There's just not. A man without a vision will perish. What do you want your marriage to look like? And don't hold anything back. I got very in detail with that. The kind of man that I want to have, the kind of marriage that I want to have, the vision, right? Get so specific in your vision. You want to be traveling with your partner. What does that look like? Where? By when? What kind of man or woman do you want to become to be able to attract that man or woman? Get so specific. The next area is parent. What kind of parent do you want to become? Do you just want to pop out kids if you're a woman? You just want to pop out kids and that's it? Or do you want to be the best mom, the best father, leading by example, leaving a legacy, changing the generation? I know that's like a lot. That's what I want. First of all, I am not too thrilled to be having babies. Some women, they're like, oh my God, yes, I can't wait to have women. That's just popping out kids from left to right, and I'm like, wow, that's like, I gotta give it to you. That's incredible, and I'm super scared to even do that. But what motivates me is changing the generation. Society is ridiculous, as you already know, so I wanna be able to change that. I wanna leave a legacy behind where my name is still being mentioned in different parts of the world, and also my kids being able to be an incredible beings to the world. It's just thinking very, very big, and I do want to challenge you to think big when doing this exercise. What kind of parent do you want to become? Get so specific. The next area is extended family. Are you even communicating with your extended family? I know I didn't for years. Oh yeah. And then COVID happened. You know, my dad, as an incredible human warrior as he is, he created a WhatsApp group, and now I'm more in communication with my extended family. I still have yet need to meet majority of my extended family, to be quite honest with you. But you know, growing up, it just wasn't like that. I didn't really know anybody because it was just me and my mom and my brother at the time. It's great to be able to build those relationships. That is also very important. I'm not saying you have to spend all days of your life to be able to just communicate with him, but it is important to have a relationship with them. This world is not just about us. It's something bigger than ourselves. So what is your vision for having a relationship with your extended family? What do you want it to look like? The next area is work. What is your vision for work? You don't have to be career motivated or money motivated for any of this, for this particular area, but what is your vision for work? Are you just going in, clocking out, that's it? Like coming home, watching Netflix, and that's it? What is your vision for your work life? Do you want to be known as someone that you have helped the community, or you raised up in leadership and people look up to you and you have challenged people in a good way to be the best versions of themselves instead of just wherever it is that you work? What is your vision for your work? Who is the kind of person that you want to become? Because you're not just there to work, you're there to make an impact. And when you're making an impact, you're obviously going to increase your income. There's no cap in where you work, because the marketplace pays for value, and your value determines your skill. People will pay for value any day. When you become a valuable person, when you're investing into yourself, when you're learning new skills, your income is going to increase. It happens to me all the time. I'm building my own business now, but when I had jobs in the past, my income increased. Dream as big with no limitations. Oh, but this is not, no, that's not how, but I'm right here, but no, my circumstances, not, like, what are you going to lose? Seriously. I mean, are you happy with what you're doing right now? Because one thing I learned about insanity is like doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If you want a different result, you have to be willing to do something different. If you're not very happy with where you're at, then it's time to have a vision for your work life. The next area is money, dollar signs. How much money do you want to make? Start somewhere. Please, I beg you with all my heart, do not depend on your circumstances. How much do you want to make a month? How much do you want to make a year? By when? Where? Doing what? Write that down and dream again. Time to dream again. All this may look childish, but like, what do you got to lose? But everything to gain. Write that down. The next area, which I neglected for a very long time because I thought that I had to be like a billionaire and a millionaire. Charity, that's another area. How much money do you want to give to your charity, to your cause, every month, every year? What is that number? Get so specific and make sure that it's a charity that is legitimate and you're not paying for someone's like jet or salary. Do your research. Volunteering is also part of charity, whether it's you're volunteering your time. I have a link in the description below where you can see any types of projects and nations to where you want to give to. But to be quite honest with you, I've learned that in business, if you don't give, you're not going to receive. You're not. And you're going to be in bondage and you're going to be in poverty for a very long time. I'm sharing this with you because I know this. I lived both sides. When I was not giving to the poor or charity or whatever, I was running and never had enough. If you're a hard worker, time to start giving 10%. And I'm telling you, your money is just gonna skyrocket. But it takes a heart. It takes a heart, man. And I'm telling you, it is a financial principle. It's gonna make you money. If you're already working hard and you're thinking more outside of yourself, it's just not always about you. 10%, it's nothing. No, but that's a lot of money. No, it's not. Whatever. I mean, it's your choice. If you don't wanna live in poverty anymore, if you wanna quadruple your income, time to give to a legitimate charity. The next area is fun and adventure. When was the last time you had fun? Like actual fun. Life can be more exciting. Again, going back to a vision. What is your vision for fun and adventure? Where do you want to go travel to? Me and my boyfriend want to travel the world. We really want to become nomads for like, maybe a year or two, something like that. We were thinking about converting a van, but now we're gonna do something else that I really don't know the terms for, but it's like a big truck with a tent in the back. I don't know. I'm not really a camper person. I don't even know if that's even camping, but that's so adventure. That's like thrilling, that's adventure. I never thought to do something like that, but he was actually the one that gave me that vision, and I'm like, yes, of course I'd go anywhere with you. As long as I'm safe, you're protecting me, I'm all in for it. It's adventure, it's fun. It's like, oh God, that's crazy, that's scary. I remember I jumped off a airplane back in 2014 around like June and July. Changed my whole life. I jumped out, I skydived. That changed me. I started with different types of businesses and like investing. It definitely made me more courageous than I was. And just living life. What is your vision to have fun and adventure besides going to the bars and going dancing to the clubs? What is your vision? A much bigger one. As you're writing these down, remember to say to yourself, much bigger than that. To be quite honest with you, this is adventure for me right now. Living out the dream that I've always wanted as a kid. This is an adventure, just like coming to San Diego, checking the place out, things like that. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Like I caught myself in tears. What is in your heart? And I remember this is something that I wanted to do for years. And I wrote it down. Get so specific with your fun and adventure. The next area is community. Are you part of a community to help you expand yourself? Think bigger, challenge yourself, accountability, all these kind of stuff. And if the answer is no, time to write that vision down. What part of a community do you want to be in? I'm part of a community today that I am surrounded with people who uplift me, people who challenge me, people who build me up. Who even cares to do that? But I'm part of a community that does care. And if you have no community to be a part of, don't worry, I'll still provide all that information down below so you can start somewhere. But again, have that vision. What kind of community do you want to have? What's your vision to be part of a community? The last area of our lives, and that is called legacy. What do you want to be remembered by? When someone says your name, what do you want people to think about when they say your name or they think about you? What do you want to be left behind the moment you are out of this world? I can get so in detail into this, and there's this particular book that I really do recommend that you get if you're obviously serious about getting this vision in and really nail it down and mastering this, is True Wealth Formula. I'll provide the link in below as well in the description. But in the last chapter, he talks about legacy, Hans Johnson. And it made me think, because we are just not here just to make money, retire, and then once we die, all that money is gone. Because there wasn't principles, there wasn't a foundation, there wasn't training, there wasn't teachings to be put on our children and then their children and then their children to be able to create wealth for themselves, not just someone dying and all the money is gone. So it made me think about those things, and I highly do recommend you getting the book because it's also going to help you increase your income off the roof. Okay, I would not be able to be here today doing any of this if it wasn't for that book. I highly recommend that, and it'll help you to think bigger, also have more vision for your life, and really, really get questions that you just never been asked before. So it's a really, really practical, incredible book. Let me know which area you struggle with the most as far as getting a vision. I really want to be able to know where you're at. Those are every area of our lives. And if you can have a vision for every area of your life, man, you would feel like you have a purpose. This gives you a purpose, my friend, a powerful purpose. Your life is going to change dramatically in a very, very great, phenomenal way. I cannot wait to hear your transformation. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe, share it with your friends. or family members, maybe an extended family member. If you want to share any part of your vision from any area of your life, I'd love to hear from you. Definitely comment below so that way we can encourage other people to do so. Remember this, a man without a vision will perish. Don't just have life lead you. Be specific. You are in control, and just watch your life blossom, and you're gonna be caught in tears of joy. I believe in you. You are incredible. I'll see you in the next video.